catching my brain with the candlelight. Losing my breath, losing myself, dreams are out of sight. Stop struggling against my demons. Stop thinking life has fiction. Let it burn, burn, burn. Burn the pain, burn the lies, burn the fear inside myself, and burn it all again. It's the right time to escape this cage I've been locked in for so long. It's not where I belong. Let it burn, burn, burn into the ground. Ready to fight, ready to go, that's my final word. Taking chances, a gift I just can't watch. Running the game, pushing my brain with the candlelight. I catch my breath and let it burn, 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 burn. Burn the pain, burn the lies, burn the fear inside myself, and burn it all again. It's the right time to escape this cage I've been locked in for so long. It's not where I belong. Let it burn, burn, burn into the ground. I gotta let it burn. Burn the lies, burn the fear inside myself, and burn it all again. It's the right time to escape this cage I've been locked in for so long. It's not where I belong. Let it burn, burn, burn into the ground. I gotta let it burn.
WrestleMania Night 1 is in the books, and it was fucking cinematic as it can get in Tinseltown. We got all that to talk about, and we still got another half to go tomorrow night. What the fuck we gonna get then? But let's talk about tonight right here on this bonus edition of the Worldly Podcast. Let's go!
So what does it mean to be a raging Cajun? Southwest Louisiana, wreck your face, man. Still don't get it in, I'ma let you know. All you gotta do is come and join the show.
We are the highest your pot of your weekly unfiltered wrestling and entertainment, and for the second time today, making history. Welcome to our second half edition of the Worldly Podcast, bonus edition, right here on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. We're free and available wherever you get your podcasts. I'm back. Justin's back. And, I mean, I know how you're doing. We talked earlier. We did the fallout of Stand and Deliver, and we are back to talk night one of WrestleMania. I don't even know where to fucking say now. Where do you want to start before we even just run down this whole card?
Dude, I don't even know. Like, I'm fucking spent. Emotionally, physically. Holy shit. What a night one. And we still got another night. Like, I can't even picture what night two is going to be like. If night one was as crazy as it was tonight. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. I knew it was going to be spectacular. We know where Jordan's earning our first comment, and I mean, Jordan should just hop on, but I think he just wants to take a break. I mean, I'm taking my week off after we get done with night two. I just posted in the group chat. I said the link is open. Anyone can just pop on and want to share your thoughts. If you don't want to comment, you want to come join the chat with Justin and I, come on and hop on. And the intro video. I knew the intro video was going to be that when I saw it on Twitter the other day, the one with Kevin Hart opening up. I saw it on Friday, and man, I laughed when I first saw it. So I knew what he was going to say. So great performance. Still America the Beautiful by Becky G. People might not remember her. I only remember her. She played the Yellow Ranger in that horrific Power Rangers movie from 2017. But the attendance for night one, I was expecting 100,000 people, but hey, 80,497 for night one. I'll give it. Not bad for SoFi Stadium.
That's freaking awesome. That's a strong first night attendance.
And that stadium is fucking massive and fucking huge. Like, can't even imagine how big it looks in person. And shout out to our buddy Victor of the Wrestling Club in attendance over there. I know they're having the time of their life. I've been blowing up his Twitter feed. I know they had a great night. And we kick off night one. First off, we kick it off with the host of WrestleMania, The Miz, and the Dogfather himself, Snoop Dogg. I was waiting for a segment where he gets his gold belt back. Now they're actually getting along, starting off right. And then, of course, we've known for a week now we were kicking off WrestleMania with Austin Theory versus John Cena for the United States Championship. Theory really had no special entrance, but I like how on part of the stage, the Tron just like rises up and he's doing his pose. I like how the cameraman was in there with him, and then right behind him was the 80,000 people. That was a cool shot of that. And shout out to John. Great entrance with Cena with the Make-A-Wish kids that wanted to go to WrestleMania, and then the new G.I. Joe shirt is out. That stage, that set is fucking massive. That thing is huge.
That is incredible. That may be one of, if not the best stage setups I have ever seen. It looks like a coliseum. It looks like a mausoleum. It looks like a fucking movie theater. It is nuts how amazing that looks.
It looks like the main stage for the Oscars or the Emmys. That's what it looks like.
It looks amazing. It looks amazing. Like when they showed the video of that, when they debuted the set, I went, that is incredible.
Do you think it's better than WrestleMania 33's amusement park stage?
Honestly, yeah. Because if the amusement park stage actually moved also, it would have been way better. But you got the posters that change in and out on there, like that's fucking awesome.
Will Gray, what's up? Come in the stream if you want to talk. Tell Dylan to send you the link. Yeah, let's see how many people we can get in here to talk this. So, and the crowd, I'm gonna give the crowd its own 5-star rating. That crowd was on fire tonight. That "You Can't See Me" when he did the Fight Knuckle Shuffle was so fucking loud. I'm surprised this match actually had a good bit of minutes in there. It was 11 minutes and 20 seconds. Went back and forth. It was even. I was doing my best to not stare at John Cena's bald spot with his hair trying to cover it. But what a better way to kick off. I mean, you gotta have at least one heel win on night one, and he wins an old-fashioned heel style with a low blow, and then hitting the A-Town down and retains his title. And I called it. I said, this is gonna build Theory up to be a massive heel, and I'm just dying to see him walk into Crypto.com arena on Raw after WrestleMania to see how he's going to react to that crowd, because they're going to boo the dog shit out of him. And I know a lot of people were pissed saying, oh, WrestleMania is starting off on the wrong foot, not putting the title on Cena. Do you really want Cena to be U.S. champion right now? Because he just made him a star even more bigger than he already was in the last year. Getting rid of the selfie gimmick and all that bullshit that he did in the last year. Getting his name back just to Austin Theory now instead of Theory. I was like, hell yes. Great way to start it. And I actually gave this, I just posted it on Twitter. I think I gave this match a 3.5 out of 5, but give me your take on Austin Theory versus John Cena.
I thought it was pretty solid. Like, it wasn't anything too like extravagant like that, but like it did what it needed to do. It put Theory over. Cena passed the torch to him. That's exactly what needed to happen. There was no other better option than having Cena say, "Here, you take this, and now let's see what you do with it." That's literally what I said by the end of that match. Was now Theory has the torch. Let's see what he does with it. Like, if he's gonna, I want to see how that crowd's gonna react to him on Monday. They're gonna eat him alive, and I hope he freaking plays off of it. I hope it doesn't freaking affect him. It doesn't slow him down. Nothing. I want him to eat that freaking, to absorb that crowd reaction, and make it just turn him into a better heel more and more.
Let him eat it like Roman Reigns ate it after he beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and he just let them boo for like 8 minutes, and then all he said was, "Told you this was my yard now," and he just walks out.
Yep.
Like,
fantastic moment there.
Just let Theory do something like that. Like, let him sink the booze and the hatred in, and just let him say something like, "The champ is here," and just walk away.
That would be amazing right there. Perfect. Just freaking give me 5 minutes of the crowd just booing him and telling him to fuck off and telling him all this other shit. And he just picks up the mic, tells him the champ is here, and then dips. And that's all I'll need.
Another thing I'm going to say before we move on, there really wasn't many backstage promos or segments. I think the only backstage interview we got was Theory later that night from Byron Saxton. Like, probably after Rhea and Charlotte's match, he got interviewed, like, just recently, and he didn't say much. So I think that was the only backstage interview I saw the entire night. And the only other bullshit thing that happened from backstage was the thing with Xavier Woods on WWE2, the up, down, down shit, which we don't have to talk about.
Nah.
So I'll tell you, this next match just turned things around. I didn't think this was going to be as good as it was, but the men's WrestleMania Showcase Fatal 4-Way Tag Match, which there were no stipulations. It was just to get them on the card. But you had the Street Profits, which I was waiting for them to come out in Rams colors or Charger colors. They didn't even do any of that. The Braun Strowman and Ricochet, Alpha Academy, and then the Viking Raiders, Sarah Logan or Valhalla, whatever you are. You looked amazing as a evil Viking. I realized you had no shoes on. You were barefoot.
She's always barefoot. That's the thing now.
But man, this match was something. First, I want to give credits to Chad Gable hitting a German suplex on Braun Strowman like that. That was a big pop for him.
Oh my God. I got so concerned that when Strowman got hit with the O'Connor roll part, I'm like, there ain't no way that this is going to go smooth at all. But Strowman rolled right through it, and I'm like, damn, way to go, Braun. And then he picked up Strowman in the German part, and I was like, dude, Chad Gable is that guy. I fucking love Chad Gable. Like, if you're really going to pull the trigger on this fucking Otis leaving and going to do all the bullshit with Maximum Male Models, which fuck that nonsense, Chad Gable, mid-card run, give him the United States title, and give him a solid run with it before you decide to go, okay, time to go to the next one. Like, Gable has shown everybody that he is that fucking good. Let's keep that going, please.
What about, like, we get some big men that want to be high first? Was it, which one, Ivar? Or was it Eric, the one that attempted the moonsault? He missed it, then Braun Strowman jumps. Ivar's attempting the moonsault, and he misses. Braun Strowman jumps off the top rope, but hits like a clothesline, and then Otis, like, you're a little too big, Otis. Get down from there. I was waiting for him to try something. They were just trying to be. Then Braun Strowman, just thank God they didn't bring in the train noise when he went 2 rounds of the choo-choo, and then he got shoulder tackled by Frangelo Dawkins. That was a hard. He hit him like a linebacker.
First off, Strowman flying is nuts to watch. Holy shit. Like, I've never even seen that man attempt to even touch the top rope. The only time I saw him like get close on the top rope was the match with the Big Show. And that was about it, where they broke the ring. That's the only time I've ever seen Braun Strowman near a top rope. But this man goes full up top and hits a big splash. And I was like, dude, we just watched Braun Strowman fly. Fucking nuts. Ivar was flying around like crazy. Like, it was just that fucking pounce from Dawkins to Strowman in mid fucking train run was absolutely fucking insane. Like, I was never expecting out of all people that was going to knock down Strowman was fucking Angelo Dawkins of all people.
Another thing too was that spot where, they were trying to do the double suplex, and then Ricochet just did the crossbody while they were doing that. Ricochet was the star of the whole match in the shooting star press off the top rope. That boy can fly. He is not human. He's got to be a superhero in disguise.
He got so much height on that springboard shooting star press. I thought he was going to touch the ceiling. Like, it was fucking insane. Like, he literally looks like he floats.
I thought he touched the Hell in a Cell. The Hell in a Cell is fucking high up in the air. It's got to be at least 100, 200 feet in the air. Like, it is so high up. I was like, where's the cell at? Usually you could see it hanging down. It is way the fuck up there in the middle of that loopy jumbo screen they got up there.
It hides so well now because it's not fucking bright red anymore. Thank God.
Thank you, Triple H. And the
Street
Street Profits get the win. They needed this win. They finally got a win together. I called it, and looks like they're still going to be teaming together. I don't see them breaking up soon. But the only team out of these four I could see be breaking up is Alpha Academy. If Otis goes to the Maxwell Male Models, fine. Let Chad Gable go be a star as a singles competitor. Let him go after the U.S. title from Austin Theory. I'm calling him as my next U.S. champion is Chad Gable. But
after
holy
the
crap.
8-man tag match on Raw here, I thought this match was going to be dope, and I am happy as hell that it was fucking dope.
I gave it 4 stars. I was waiting for this to be like the worst match of the night, and it was far from it.
Right off the bat, we were 2 matches deep, and this was already match of the night, and I was like, "Holy shit! What's the rest of the show gonna have in store for us?" Like,
well, next match: Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul. Okay, Logan, was that necessary? Just to freaking zip line onto the set while he was probably going live on Instagram, probably. Like, he looked like he had the camera to himself, and he was talking. And then, of course, the fucking Prime Energy bottle mascot comes out, and all this time I'm thinking it's Jake Paul. Later on down the road, we find out it's fucking KSI. We'll talk more about that later, but I'm just like, really? We're doing this? Or fucking he needs a mascot now to come out? And that's the same drink that Dylan drinks that he convinced me to try. And I was like, Dylan's avoiding my text because he's in character. He's in the Prime bottle right now. He made it to WrestleMania in LA. You realize how he never responded to that because he did it. He went back in the locker room and put it on KSI, and he went back out and took the rest happened. Seth Rollins. I don't know who the fuck you got to do the entrance for you. I wasn't listening to the announcer, but that was awesome. Yes,
it was.
Prime is amazing. Optimus Prime is amazing. Yeah, Optimus Prime is amazing if you're a Transformers fan. Besides, I want to see that new one, Beast Morphers, where they're making fun of with Beast Wars. That one's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And then he comes out at first. I'm like, what the fuck is he wearing? What did he take out of Becky Lynch's closet now? They were comparing him to Rihanna wearing red at the Super Bowl halftime show. And then when he took it off, they were saying, oh, he was paying homage to Jeff Jarrett or some shit. Red and pink. I was like, Valentine's Day's been over for almost 2 months, but that crowd was loud for that too. My dad watching it. Oh, burn it down. Burn it down.
Yes.
I like burn it down. But again, as much as I hate Logan Paul, he gave another outstanding performance in this match, going back and forth. I don't know how the little face cover came off of the Prime bottle. That's when we find out it. I didn't know who the fuck it was till Corey Graves opened his mouth. At first, I was like,
Yeah.
I know that ain't fucking Kevin Hart. No, it's KSI. KSI is another YouTube sensation star, and I think he's also a rapper and he's a boxer. The funniest fucking part, I can't wait to see it all over the internet tomorrow. When Logan goes on the turnbuckle, he's downing a Prime Energy, and fucking KSI's got his phone up while Rollins is laying down, and Rollins grabs him and pulls him back, and then he hits a frog splash on KSI. He disappeared out of the fucking jumpsuit. His face was gone.
He melted in that suit as soon as he got splashed through the table. It was fucking nuts.
The near falls from the pedigree, the curb stomp, the knockout punch, all that. It was near fall after near fall, but look, since Logan's been in the WWE, he hasn't had one bad match yet. Now he's 2-2. He lost 2 in a row. He lost. If you want to count him being in the, I don't know if you want to count him in the Royal Rumble match too. I mean, if you count his appearance in the ring, that's 5 matches he was in. But maybe his least performance was the Royal Rumble, even though he made it to the final 4, but he was eliminated by Cody. Because none of us expected him to be at the Rumble. That was like a bullshit, what the fuck moment. Mm-hmm. But not a bad performance on his 27th birthday, but he got the ass whooping of his life. Seth freaking Rollins. You think this is far from over, or you think it's one and done?
I honestly think it's over. I do. Like, I say it every time. I cannot stand Logan Paul as a person. But every time he steps inside a wrestling ring, I just sit down and just enjoy every fucking second of it. It's like, I just can't help saying it because it's just like he still impresses the shit out of me with everything that he does in a wrestling ring. It is insane. KSI taking that table spot to me, dude, I got to give him props for taking the fucking table spot. Like, shouts to KSI for taking the table spot. This was fucking awesome. Seth and Logan Paul fucking killed it. They absolutely fucking killed it. This was one of those matches that I was excited for because even the story was really intriguing to it. And now it's just like, and the match fucking delivered and more. So I was absolutely ecstatic to watch this match. And it was just like, I feel like it is over though. I feel like it actually, this is it right here. You know, I don't see a reason for them to do it again, but if they want to do it again, you save it for Backlash, I guess, and you do it one more time. But honestly, I think it's over.
Okay. I got lost here. I was also wanted to bring up, you know, that image of KSI in the Prime bottle is like already a meme now. And I saw one, they replaced his face with R-Truth's face. Because that's just some shit R-Truth would do.
Is it bad that I thought it was him before they said it was KSI? I actually thought it was R-Truth. I was like, what the fuck is R-Truth doing in the fucking Prime bottle?
I thought it was Kevin Hart at first. But no, it was KSI. Yeah.
It was just funny as fuck.
I mean, there were some, you could say, some sort of prizes. Hell, even Titus O'Neil was on commentary for the WrestleMania showcase. That was unexpected. And they had to put some crowd pop in noise to give him an ovation.
It was so random because it was just like, hey, here's Titus O'Neil. You don't see him that often, do you? And I'm like, no, but why is he here for this match? It's a little weird, but okay.
That's like putting like Peter Rosenberg on commentary or something. It's sometimes still weird to see him on the kickoff countdown shows and everything.
I am not a fan of Peter Rosenberg. He is a fucking annoying person to.
I mean, he's a nice guy. I met him when I was at WrestleMania in New Orleans. I met him at Walk-Ons. He was wearing a rip-off of a Bobby Heenan jumpsuit, except it had Peter Rosenberg on the back. Looked just like Heenan's jumpsuit. I'll never forget during the... I started disliking him when he literally won the 24/7 championship at the Royal Rumble kickoff, and one of the worst roll-ups I've ever saw, and JBL's reaction was my fucking reaction. The way JBL bashed him.
The fact that they involve the pre-show panel in a 24/7 segment is fucking ridiculous to hear as it is.
I wonder, is that I haven't. Oh, they did retire the belt. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
They retired it back in November of 2022. Thank God.
Yes. Where it belongs, in the dumpster.
They retired. I want to know like what made them just want to retire it. I was looking for that article. What? Thank God they got rid of that. So I'm guessing the final champion was Dana Brooke. No, Nikki Cross was the final champion.
Yeah, Nikki won it, and then as she was walking backstage, she just dumped it in a garbage can, and that's where it remains.
Yes. Yep. Worst 3 years of that. You know, and it's funny whenever Peter Rosenberg gets introduced on the kickoff panel, what's her face doesn't say anymore, and former 24/7 champion, she just says, "Oh, the host of his XM radio show, his FM radio show on Sirius XM."
Good.
That's
I don't
it.
think Peter Rosenberg needs freaking other accomplishments other than that.
Mm-hmm. So next up, we get the 6-women tag team match. I like how for Trish, Lita, and Becky, they come out in the Sin City vibe. Look pretty cool. Like, and at first, like, it's my dad. You know, my dad's he don't catch up with a lot of things because he's old. Like when they had like the screen filter, like black and white with the raindrops falling, and first he looks at me. When he saw that, he goes, "Damn, what the fuck happened to your TV? The color just went out." And it goes, "And it's fucking raining in the stadium, and they got a roof." I'm like, "It's a filter, Dad."
Your dad's great.
Trish, did you get a boob job? Damn.
I think they've always been that big, dude. I'm telling you. They just don't accentuate that much, but now they've been like, what's going on here?
Either that or she got a massive push-up bra on.
Either that or it doesn't matter at this point. We still Enzo Amore that shit and just go, how you doing?
Yeah. I was waiting to see like a special entrance for Damage Control. No, they just like Bailey wore this like weird like coat that had like a big massive sleeve on the right, like a big green sleeve on the right, which they always outdress themselves. But now, this match, it wasn't. I mean, it was kind of mid. Like there were some good spots. There were some. Maybe the most funniest part here was at one point when they were all outside the ring. This was after like Io Sky did the moonsault. I don't know who the 2 legal women were, but as soon as the referee got to 9, they all rushed in the ring like they were gonna all get counted out. I'm like, no, who's the 2 legal women?
I said the same thing because it was still Becky and Bailey at the time. And then everybody rolled in the ring, and I'm like, does it really make a difference if they all roll in the ring? Like, as long as you get Becky and Bailey back in the ring, that breaks the count. Why does everybody have to get in? And I like Trish's gear. I like the fact that they did her 21 gear redone. I like that. That was awesome.
Something about Becky's with the orange. It was just like, damn, she looked good.
I didn't know what it was.
Lita just wearing something out of her wardrobe, like something she probably owned. Like Lita always dresses the same. But that kind of shocked me. Like this was my first match I lost on the show. I guess I had Damage Control winning this match. But Trish, Lita, and Becky win, and Trish did not turn on Lita and Becky. Everyone thought she was going to turn heel and join Damage Control and would lead to a Trish-Becky match at SummerSlam.
I'll put it this way. I am happy as hell there wasn't a turn because a turn would have been fucking stupid. The reasoning would have been fucking stupid. Are you kidding? Like, she's jealous of Lita winning one of the most pointless and worthless fucking titles on the main roster right now. Like, come on here. Like, that would have just been ridiculous to me. I would have never had any intrigue in that story. And to me, to be like brutally honest, I don't need Becky and Trish anymore. Like, I don't need any of this anymore. Like, I kind of want this to wrap up because this whole story to me, this whole feud has kind of dropped in interest as of late. Like, it just feels like it's just going downhill. And like, I'm hoping this is it. I really hope this is it. We're just going to get to the point where somebody's going to face Lita and Becky and take those titles off, and then Lita's going to go away again. And that's all we needed to do at this point. Like, Damage Control losing again. That's what we got out of this. Honestly, I think it's time to just separate them. I think we need Damage Control to go on their own here. Like, they need to go back to Solo and leave it at that because they just keep losing over and over and over again.
Well, a lot of people were not happy about Trish, Lita, and Becky winning because it's like we need the old people to come back and win. Like they were already saying it was pointless. I think everyone wanted Damage Control to win this match. I was one of them, but I was just like, okay, see where it goes from here. But I didn't really bitch and complain about it. But I'm also kind of like that person, like, if you're in the Hall of Fame, just go. Like, I love Trish and Lita, but you did your time. You're in the Hall of Fame. It's time for you to just hang it up and go live your life. Like, let the wrestler, like, remember for months we thought we were going to get, like, Becky versus Bayley one-on-one at WrestleMania? Like, someone said Hell in a Cell. Someone said non-sanctioned or I Quit match or something like that. Now we get a 6-woman tag instead. But, hey, it is what it is. But it wasn't a bad match. I think I rated it 3 out of 5.
It was solid. For having to follow Logan Paul and Seth Rollins, it filled the time that it got, and it actually did very, very solid, in my honest opinion. It's just, I was so just uninterested. I've been so uninterested in the feud, so I was just kind of like, the entire time. But the match itself, I give it an easy pass. It did what it needed to do. Yes, it sucks Damage Control lost, but it's just basically what Damage Control does anymore. Is just lose. They don't. It's one of those things where we were all excited to see the faction, and now nothing's come out of it.
All right, this next match, it's only one of 2 matches that had great storytelling. We get Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. Let's start the so-called, we heard Dominic was going to get his own entrance. Wasn't the one we all thought. Everyone that'd be great if he could just come out in a lowrider or something. No, he comes out in a correctional van, handcuffed. But when he takes his hood, first they had the video package. I kind of laughed at the video package. I'm like, the fuck he did not. Like, showing him locked up. And when they said inmate, hands out, and I'm like, oh shit, gangsta die.
Dude.
Before I saw the correctional van pull up in the corner, I was expecting inmates around the stage like they're in the fucking prison yard, and he was just gonna come out like Kane did with the security. I was waiting for that. No, he comes out in a correctional van. He gets his escort. They open the door for him. He's sitting there. And when he takes his hood off, he has on Rey Mysterio's mask from Halloween Havoc 97.
So good.
Like, he looked like his dad. I hate the fucker, but he looked like his dad. I'm like, God, he looks like his daddy with that young mask on. I was like, he should have kept it on. He should have wrestled with it on for a bit and let Rey rip it off his face. Like, you'll never wear this mask if you're not going to love me. And man, I think we can agree the best entrance went to Rey Mysterio. First, we hear nothing but a G thing in the background. Snoop Dogg is driving one of his lowriders with Ray and the shotgun. I didn't get to read the trunk really well. Like the camera completely cut. The trunk
Yeah,
was open. It had, I don't remember what it said. And then
I forgot.
I'm not gonna cry again. I'm gonna try not to cry, but we got to hear Eddie's theme song for a few seconds.
Man,
You know,
right in the feels, dude. Right in the fucking feels.
yes. And shout out to Rey Mysterio paying homage to the Great Muta with his mask.
This whole just entrance wise on this match was so dope. Dom, I gotta give it to Dom. That fucking entrance had me dying. The fact that he came out in a corrections van, like cuffed, and then comes out with a fucking mask on. I was like, this is just fucking nailing it. Like I was one of those people that said Dom joining Judgment Day was gonna be a fucking flop. And again, I retract my statement every time right now because it's fucking worked. Dom has been killing it as a fucking heel. I almost don't want him to ever go back as a face ever.
He's better as a heel. I'd hate him even more, and that's Dylan's new favorite wrestler too. So Dom's killing it as a heel, and I just like to keep hating him. But this rivalry is definitely far from over. I think what made me laugh, of course, we knew his mom Angie and his fucking hot ass sister Aaliyah was going to be at ringside. Where throughout the show, if you I follow Aaliyah on Instagram, she started the show in a suite. Her and her dipshit boyfriend and some of her family are in the suite, and then they moved to ringside for the match. She has a red Solo cup, and Dominic pulls MJF, fucking dips it in her face. She tries to jump the barricade, fucking hit her brother. Like, don't fall on your face, honey.
I thought she fell when Dom hit Ray. When Dom came running across to her, like towards her, and hit Ray, I thought he knocked her off the barricade. I was like, oh shit, he knocked her off anyway.
Oh,
like,
he
damn.
pushed her out the way. He pushed her, and the security guard fell with her.
Oh my god!
I'm like, oh fuck, where's Buddy Murphy at? Hell, he was at the fucking Hall of Fame.
I love his response that he gave too. That's even better.
Well, they treated Dominic like a child in this match, sort of. Fighting with his sister. His mom bitch slapped him in the face, and then Rey Mysterio whipped his ass with a belt.
So funny.
Treated him like a child.
Somebody put a thing when Ray did that thing when he got 2K13 and talked about beating his kids and everything like that. And then somebody quote tweeted that, found that tweet, quote tweeted it, and says 10.5 years later, he finally got to do what he wanted.
Yeah, then of course, Finn and Damien come out. Finn trying to be gangsta, like he got out the pin. Like Finn's gonna be dressed as a demon tomorrow, and we're seeing gangsta Finn. Hard times Finn right here. Same thing with Damian Priest. And I'm like, okay, where's whatever you want to call him? Where's the LWO, or where's Legado del Fantasma? Where is Santos and company at? And then they finally show up and they clean house. They take out Finn and Damien. Well, at one point, okay, Bad Bunny on Spanish commentary, and I was like, he's gonna get involved somehow. But before he even got involved, they're exchanging back and forth. There was a lot of twisting and turning. Dom hits a 619. Ray hit a 619 on him, but he kicked out. Remember, he tried to do the Three Amigos, and then Ray countered it. He's like, oh, you're not. I was waiting for Ray to do it, but he never did it. And they were chanting something to Dominic. I can't remember. The crowd was making me laugh, too, during this match. Oh, and the fucking match was sponsored by Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Everyone said that ruined it. And then they had a fucking Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot. And now everyone's making memes. Make it happen. Prime Energy mascot versus Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot at WrestleMania 40.
Bro, I literally can't believe that they fucking did that. Because first off, random as shit. And second off, when we talk not too long ago, when we were talking about Bray Wyatt and how he got sponsored, how he's basically become the guy who just gets sponsored by shit. I literally said something about, watch, we're gonna have something sponsored by Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and then they literally just had a fucking match, like sponsored by fucking Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
Wait,
and I fucking hate myself for saying that now.
Backlash. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio in a Cinnamon Toast Crunch match.
Just a giant bowl in the middle of the ring, and you got to wrestle in the bowl full of milk. Like, what the fuck?
Kind of like the Mimosa Mayhem. Wait, could have been worse. They could have had a Mountain Dew mascot in the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match, but they didn't. Thank God.
I couldn't even imagine putting a stick in that mascot suit. That'd be hysterical, though.
What's next? Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes is sponsored by Blue Chew, and there's going to be a guy dressed in a Viagra costume.
Oh my God. What the hell? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
We're just going to get sponsored by everything at this point. WWE's just going to have matches sponsored by everything.
Blue Chew, acknowledge this dick.
This is the one right here. Like, what the fuck? Oh
it's not a tampon. It's not a tampon, but it's got a bloodline.
Oh my God. Jesus. Oh my Lord.
Don't ask for just don't say tampon commercial sponsor us. None of us need it. Except for our female listeners, which we don't have many of. Well, okay, there was one tweet that made me fucking laugh so hard. But when Damian Priest took off his blazer and neatly folded it, I laughed when he folded it. Right? This is a brand new. He folded it like I don't know why. It just like I laughed. Like, it must be brand new. It's like he must have stole that from Tony D'Angelo or something. He folds it and puts it in the corner.
He's got to return later. Like, it was so weird. He's like, he went to the freaking, he went to Burlington or something and was like, damn, I got to return this later? Come on.
Like, I don't want to get slept by Dominic's mom either. I'm going to fold my clothes. So he puts it in the corner. Well, Dominic goes in there and he grabs a chain, like a biker chain or something. He goes swing, then Bad Bunny just takes the chain from him. He's like, no. I'm waiting for him to beat the hell out of somebody. No, then he turns around. Rey Mysterio, 619, you know the rest. He wins. And they okay, two things made me laugh. Two different tweets. Someone posted the video where Bad Bunny jumps out in the commentary table and takes the chain, and the tweet said, Bad Bunny got involved in this match like he put money down on Rey Mysterio winning on FanDuel.
Oh my God. He's like, I ain't losing this money. Hell no.
And wait, there's another comment. I think it was, I don't know, it can't be on the WWE's Twitter page. It must have been on someone's Twitter page that put the WWE logo as their background, and they're making it look like it's the WWE Twitter page. It was the image of Dominic being held by Damian and Finn shoulder to shoulder, and he's looking away. It said "Cry Me a River," and someone commented, Michael Cole hacked the WWE's Twitter account. Michael Cole was on his fucking bringing up Orange is the New Black jokes to his entrance. I was laughing at Michael Cole.
Michael Cole was on a different level tonight. Like, holy shit.
Corey Graves was on a different level tonight, too.
If Michael Cole ain't making fun of Top Dollar, he's just fucking going off on whoever. All commentary was just tonight was mentioning people that aren't even in the fucking company either. There were so many mentions. He mentioned Rusev. He mentioned freaking Buddy Murphy, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, he's just naming names. They're not even in the company anymore. He's just trying to be edgy, I swear.
Hell, he even brought up Cesaro. He said Cesaro, and I'm like, oh, we haven't heard that name in a while. I think he did that on the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah.
He did it.
It's
He did that
crazy.
night. No, I saw another tweet. Like, remember that image of Vince McMahon where he was like mouth wide open and he falls back? They used that and it said, Michael Cole, if he ever commentates the Dominic Mysterio top dollar match.
Oh my god. He wouldn't stop. It'd either be shitting on Dom or fucking making fun of Top Dollar all match, and it would just be hysterical.
So Ray gets the win. You think they're going to put this rivalry to bed, or they're going to have another match down the road?
I don't know, really. That's tough. I think we know now, Dom. I honestly think Dom's going to now. I think we know what Dom's doing now. He's at Backlash. It's going to be Dom and Bad Bunny. I have a feeling. We're going to get Dom and Bad Bunny in a one-on-one. And it's going to be nuts to watch that. But, like, I don't know. I think him and Ray, I think we move on from him and Ray. I think this is it. Like, I just don't see any other wheels that this feud has now. Ray beat his son. That just sounds weird to say. Like, but, you know, Ray put his son in his place, and that's it. Like, I don't see any other thing you could do here unless you're going to, like, keep dragging this out. But again, how much longer can you go before people just kind of look at it and go, all right, now we're kind of just spinning our wheels here, dragging this out. Like, I think you move it on, and I think you kind of start doing the whole Bad Bunny leading to Dom, where Dom is just like, you cost me my match. When I had this beat, I was going to beat the crap out of my dad, and you took that chain from me. Like, you have something right there.
I don't know. I see a 6-man tag down the road. I either see Judgment Day versus Legado del Fantasma at Backlash, maybe, or Judgment Day versus Ray, Santos, and Bad Bunny, which Dylan thinks that's a horrible idea.
I don't know. I'd be kind of for it. Let's do it. If you want to get one more out of it, you want to get one more out of Ray and Dom and together, you just go with the 6-man tag, and I think you got something out of it.
Then we get Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair, SmackDown Women's Championship, and before WrestleMania kicked off, they made the announcement. I thought it was an April Fool's joke at first. They're like, no, the Usos and KO and Sammy are main eventing. Rhea and Charlotte are co-main eventing, and a lot of people were pissed. You know, even people, our good friends, are pissed about it. Like, what's the point? Oh, my screen's acted up. There we go. Like, what's the point of calling the Royal Rumble winner main events WrestleMania? Like, I even said Royal Rumble just needs to change their tagline to winner earns a title shot at WrestleMania instead of the winner goes to the main event, because, I mean, this is the second year in a row that one of the two winners does not main event, which I said that Rhea and Charlotte did not need to main event because the storyline has not been good and it was shit. And they're desperately trying their best for Charlotte to be a babyface and turn Rhea heel, but it's complete opposite. It's what we want. Now, Rhea, she didn't have no special entrance, but man, her Titantron and everything on that fucking set looked badass. Like the lightings and the chains on the fucking little stairways and everything. I love her new theme song. I like this updated version with a man singing. When I heard it at the Royal Rumble, I realized a lot of people had their songs updated or their songs changed by when I got to the Royal Rumble. And when I heard hers in person, I'm like, oh my God, the song sounds awesome. It sounds way better than when that girl was singing her theme. Because when she performed it at WrestleMania 2 years ago, it sounded like fucking shit.
Yeah, I never want them to change her theme song ever again. You leave this theme song right here because it is fucking badass.
And shockingly, Charlotte did not have an outgoing, crazy WrestleMania entrance. She didn't. But man, but I guess they had a match like hell. We should have fucking main evented. That probably may be the greatest women's match I've ever witnessed. Holy shit. I will give it to Charlotte, even though I can't stand her. She put on a performance. There was a time I thought she fucking broke her face, the way she landed face first onto the canvas, or Her nose was bleeding. I thought she fucked her nose up at a point. Rhea fucking had the match of her life. And there were so many near falls back and forth. This one went pretty well, 23 minutes and 35 seconds. You know, I bragged for 2 years that Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks' match at WrestleMania in the main event was the greatest women's match I ever saw. Until last year, when I attended Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch, I said this was the greatest women's match I ever saw. And a year later, I am repeating that same line again with a different match. This one, I think, tops the cake because this one was near fall after near fall. And then the way Charlotte's head bounced off the LED turnbuckle posts, I was like, she's out cold. And then Rhea hits her finisher. What is it called? The Riptide. She hit the Riptide off the second rope. And the way she landed it, and then she does her little sex position pinfall, I said, that's it. And I was looking at her face. I was reading her face like she was about to break down. I said, this is it right here. She's winning. And sure enough, but see, Michael Cole. First off, give me your take on your match before I have to rant something about Michael Cole here.
You know me. I am in that boat of probably very few people. That is one of the biggest Charlotte Flair detractors you'll ever meet. She deserves all the criticism that she's ever gotten because of the fact that she doesn't give to her opponents. She basically doesn't sell for shit. And she always likes to, basically make everything about herself.
Mm-hmm.
But this right here legitimately might be one of, if not the best Charlotte Flair match I have ever seen. She actually gave herself to Rhea instead of not giving anything to her and just basically, trying to stand out herself and not let anybody else shine, because that's what Charlotte does best. But this one here, it was like a whole different Charlotte. It surprised the shit out of me because I just watch it and I'm just like, oh my God, this is tolerable for Charlotte. And then it went deeper into the match and I'm like, this is a really good Charlotte match. And then it got more into the match and I'm like, this is a fucking awesome Charlotte Flair match. Like, I was just, both women fucking killed it. I was so happy that I could finally say that for one night. Like, it's probably not going to continue. The next time I see Charlotte, I'm probably going to be back on her again by saying she's garbage, she's overrated, she's not giving anything to her opponents. But at least I could say it for one night, that Charlotte actually had a fucking awesome performance. I don't have to dig in on her. Her and Rhea fucking killed it. Awesome that Rhea won the title. Like, she's going to lead that SmackDown women's division. And honestly, I think she's a perfect person to lead that division.
Charlotte kind of pulled a Sasha there. Like, she was sitting under the ring apron, just smiling and watching Rhea have her moment, like what Sasha did when Bianca had her moment. I'm like, but Rhea let her keep it longer than SummerSlam. Like, some people are thinking, she'll keep it till summer. If she keeps it till summer, if she keeps it past SummerSlam, like by the time we get to SummerSlam and whatever match she has and she retains, I think she keeps it a year. I could see her keeping that title at least a year.
I hope so. Because, like, every title run she seems to have so far, it always seems to just kind of just be like medium to like pretty short. And I kind of hope she has at least a strong run here. And it was awesome because she freaking, now she's got the Ultimate Grand Slam. She did Triple Crown and the Ultimate Grand Slam. That SmackDown Women's title was what she needed, and now she's completed them all. She is the Ultimate Grand Slam champion. Fucking awesome for Rhea Ripley.
And she even outdid Charlotte Flair because let's not also forget, she also won the NXT UK Women's title So she's
Yep.
the only one to ever win
That's
every single
ultimate.
women's title. She went one up higher than Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte held the NXT women's title. Yeah, and then she held the Raw and the SmackDown. She held the tag. Yeah, she never held the NXT women's tag titles, but no one gives a shit about that. We're talking about singles women championships. She held literally every one before they unified that UK women's title with the women's title. So
Well, basically, she's held
Rhea,
the women's tag team titles, so now she is the true ultimate Grand Slam. She's the only one now at this point.
I don't remember her holding the NXT UK women's tag title, not UK, the NXT women's tag titles.
No, she won the regular ones, but it doesn't
Yes,
matter
she
about
did.
the NXT ones.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter about the NXT ones. As long as you held the women's tag team titles of any sort, that's completing the Grand Slam right there.
And I love, like, Rhea Ripley's probably my favorite female wrestler right now. When the last, 6 months to a year, I was saying my favorite was Becky Lynch or Bianca Belair, which I still love, or Asuka. I love all three of them. But, right now, if I can do a top four, my top four would be Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, Asuka, and Bianca Belair. And I do like Bayley. I do like Damage Control. I mean, even though I'm not big on them, NXT's a whole nother category. I love Roxanne Perez right now in NXT. I love Zoe Stark.
Same.
I love Indy Hartwell. If I had to put a fourth, I would probably say Gigi Dolan as a fourth. I mean, I like both Gigi and JC, but if I had to put a fourth, I'd probably say Gigi. That's on the other side of the story there. So, I like how they drag so hard to get to the main event. So, of course, I'm waiting to hear the attendance. So, The Miz and Snoop Dogg are back out, and Snoop Dogg finally got his gold WWE title back. They announced the attendance, but no pyro. And I knew something was going to come down with Snoop Dogg and The Miz. And then Snoop Dogg just rubbing it in like, this WrestleMania would be better if you had a match.
Oh, man.
I'm waiting don't tell me we're going to get Snoop Dogg versus The Miz. Well, then we hear Pat McAfee's theme, and then they go straight to Michael Cole. And, Michael Cole is just like a fucking cheerleader watching her boyfriend take the field. McAfee come out, and Corey Graves brought up a fucking Aaron Rodgers joke. That was the funniest shit ever. He said that Aaron Rodgers joke. And then they kept going back and forth. I'm like, okay, yes, cool. Put Miz and Pat McAfee at WrestleMania tomorrow night. That way it can give us some sort of surprise. But no, they're like, we're going to do it tonight. But Miz I can't make it official. And I like how McAfee was like, not even all the 80,400 and he put the mic in front of Miz and he's like, 97. Snoop makes it official. Snoop makes it official. Miz is like, why are you going to do this to me? He goes, oh, no, I'm getting out. This is your business. I'm a rapper. He told the ref, hold that rope. He literally told that ref, hold that rope for me. If you want to make it even more, I don't know, make more or less sense. Okay, you're in SoFi Stadium, the home of the LA Rams and the Chargers. You get a tight end for an arch rival of the Rams to take the spotlight. You got George Kittle from the San Francisco 49ers, who is big rivals with the Rams, in attendance to help McAfee.
Oh, man.
And I laughed at Corey Graves. I hope the 49ers never win again.
I love that. That was so fucking funny.
Yeah, like the Steelers and the Niners are a fucking huge rivalry. But yeah, and then McAfee wins. I don't even know if you want to consider this a real match, but if you would, then I would say this was the worst match of the night. McAfee in the mid. And Michael Cole made a lie. He said, there's only 2 announcers in WWE that are undefeated. Myself and McAfee lost to Vince McMahon at WrestleMania. So
yeah,
he's 2-1. Technically, yeah. They had a bell that rang, and it's still it's just as useless as The Rock versus Eric Rowan. But it still counts. Pat McAfee is 2-1 at WrestleMania. He won up. And I was waiting for him to go hug Michael Cole, but they didn't even show none of that. I was just glad the shit is over.
this was just a weird way to follow up the high that was Charlotte and Rhea. And then it's just like, oh, here's like, I don't get me wrong, I love Pat McAfee. I was happy as hell to see him, but I didn't need this at all. I didn't need to see this. I
You
wanted
know,
to capitalize off the high that was the women's title that we just saw, and then get to the main event while the crowd was still freaking super hot. And then it was just like, oh, here's a Pat McAfee match. And it's like, really? Like, I know we all love Pat, but is this truly necessary to have? No, not really.
you know what else we didn't need to have? Lil Uzi Vert performing the Usos to the ring at WrestleMania.
Random as shit.
There's not even really no lyrics to that song if you ever hear it on the radio. But the crowd was into it. They were singing that part. It was like, hey. Like, and dude, it's 2023. Pull your fucking pants up. Nobody wants to see your drawers.
Yeah, that was too much too. Goddamn.
But man, I like Usos wearing all whited out. I like whenever it comes to big matches like that, they like to be all whited out. That was good. When I'm telling you that stage, when I said that stage was so huge, like you remember how long it took Rey Mysterio to get to the corner, or Trish and Lita to get to the corner, how long it took Kevin Owens to get to the corner. But Sami Zayn probably got the loudest pop out of everybody that competed tonight.
God.
Tim King, what is up? But Sammy, wait, I was hoping that Sammy was going to come out dressed like El Generico, just for old time's sakes, but no, he didn't.
So that'd have been so good.
They had that. I like their. They didn't have no special gear. I didn't know what they had on their shorts. Like someone mentioned, like oh they had it something. They're paying homage to somebody or their old school self on their shorts. I didn't really get a good look at that.
Yeah,
Man, this tag match, just that moment where the crowd is humming Sammy's theme, and then KO and Sammy are standing on the stage together in front of 80,000. It had me in tears. Like they are fucking main eventing WrestleMania with the Usos. This is fucking great. And then they put on it. They went to war with the Usos.
Yes, they did. Absolutely insane.
It was so cinematic. Near fall after near fall. Sammy kicking out of the 1D. Then we thought he had a seizure. KO kicked out of the double splash. Like that made me shocked right there. Like all them. It was a super kick party. They took that from the Young Bucks. When they did the double splash and he kicked out, I'm like, oh shit. And then Sammy like holding Jay up in front of him and like kind of like how he did with KO in War Games.
Oh
I'm like, this is fucking cinematic. This is art. This is a fucking Oscar right here. This is a scene. This is big. This is better than Titanic. This is better than Avatar. This is better than Gone with the Wind. Like Sammy just like holding Jay up and then hitting him with 3 haluva kicks.
Oh man.
And 1, 2, 3, and the crowd just went fucking ape shit. KO and Sammy win the tag team titles. Both of them winning their first reign. Kevin Owens is finally a Grand Slam champion.
Yes.
And then their wives and kids were at ringside. It was beautiful. Loved every bit of it. And then they got the big fireworks celebration like Rhea did when she won her title to close out night 1. So I rated the whole show 5 stars. I haven't rated a show 5 stars since Survivor Series 2002. It's been 21 years since I gave a pay-per-view 5 stars. I gave just WrestleMania Night 1 5. I gave the main event 5 stars, and I gave Rhea and Charlotte Flair 5 stars. In the crowd, 5 stars.
All those 5 stars deserved. Like the main event was spectacular. The storytelling in the match itself, the near falls had you on edge. Like you almost started to wonder, like, are they going to do it? Are they going to do it? And every kick out, you're just like, yes, there's still hope. There's still hope. There's still hope. And then they fucking win it. Like, I understand people's, like, not happiness for this being the main event and not Rhea and Charlotte. But, like, this right here tells you just how important this bloodline story is right now. Everything else in the company is not as big as what's going on here. That's why it's so hard to go, yeah, I get it. It's the Royal Rumble, they should be main eventing. Like, we understand that. But when you got a story that's as astronomically large with a tag team match that's as special as this one was, with just unbelievable like moments that you get at the end with the two of them holding the tag team titles up, starting the crumbling of the bloodline. Absolutely just a incredible way to wrap up a show that just felt like it got better every single match. It was just like you started off pretty solid with Cena and Theory, and then you stepped it up with the Fatal 4-Way tag match, and then you stepped it up with Logan and Seth, and then you just kept climbing and climbing. Like, you brought it down a little bit with Becky and Friends versus Damage Control, but then you just brought it up. Just brought it up until you hit that freaking crescendo of the main event that's just been like this huge story jumbled into one and said, this is what we're going to freaking tell you guys. This incredible story that's been going on for years now. This is how we're going to wrap it up, by two people that are best friends. They consider themselves brothers, beating actual brothers for the tag team titles. Like, it's fucking huge. It's that huge. Like, I understand Charlotte and Rhea should have main evented, and their match was fucking incredible. But this is just got so much more to it that this main eventing was absolutely the right way to do it. This was the way to end the show. Send the people home happy. Send the people home emotional, and that is what they did. Now the bloodline is starting to crumble. We got one to go. Can Cody do it? And I hope to God he does. Oh, I think you're muted.
Click the wrong mouse. No, I want to rewind a bit. When I'm telling you the stars were out for this WrestleMania, I mean anybody from anywhere. Like, Johnny Knoxville was interviewed on the kickoff show, and supposedly he still don't like Sammy. I just tweeted a video from at My Damn Toys. He was in attendance at WrestleMania, and Johnny Knoxville was sitting in a skybox, trolling the fans, pointing and hollering, "Fuck Sammy, fuck Sammy." I'm like, put this to bed. I don't want another Sammy John. I mean, that match was a fun match last year, but I don't need another Johnny Knoxville Sami Zayn match.
Hell no. The thing he said on, like I said, the thing he said on the pre-show where he's like, the only hatchet I want to bury is the one in Sami Zayn's back. And I'm like, damn, Johnny, what is your hatred for Sammy so much?
No telling. But that was just so, it was such a beautiful ending and a beautiful way to end WrestleMania, and we still got another half to go. Can this out top night one, or not even close? I mean, what you got tomorrow, I mean, they went from 7 matches on night one to 8. Some tells me they'll probably go to 7 if we get that surprise match with Bobby Lashley and if you can find an opponent. But, you still got the Women's WrestleMania Showcase with Liv and Raquel against Natalya Shotzi, Ronda and Shayna, and Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. We've got Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre for the Intercontinental Championship. Edge and the Demon, Finn Balor, and Hell in a Cell. Brock Lesnar and Omos. Bianca Belair and Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. And then, of course, Roman and Cody. We know Roman and Cody's main eventing tomorrow night, but what match you think is going to kick off night 2? And look who is in the house, just your tag team partner.
That's
Justin
right.
Santos. What did you think of
What is
WrestleMania Night 1? What did you think of Night 1?
Oh man, I thought it was great. I thought the pacing was smooth. Typically I don't know about you guys, but normally when you watch like a kind of a almost 4-hour WrestleMania, there's a point where like you're kind of exhausted. You know what I'm saying? Like not exhausted from the excitement, but sometimes exhausted from the boredom, And I felt like every match and every use of the time was perfectly utilized in this night, I thought. So
Real quick,
I enjoyed it.
WrestleMania.
What's that? I'm sorry?
Real quick.
That's what comes in handy with a 2-night WrestleMania.
True.
Everything.
True.
Real quick, what match? Not what match. Were you glad that they put the Usos and KO and Sami in the main event, or did you think Rhea and Charlotte should have closed out?
You know what? I'm gonna take the political route and say that I didn't care which one main evented or not, because the way I looked at it is that if Rhea and Charlotte main evented, that match was still gonna be dope. That still was gonna be an 18-star Dave Meltzer Tokyo Dome type match. You know what I'm saying? Like it was still gonna hit. And then the same thing for the Usos Sami Zayn match. Like if that went on before them, that match was still gonna be great too. So like, I'm kind of like in that little space where like I really didn't care who main evented. I just knew that they were both gonna be good.
And that was the first time ever the tag team titles main evented WrestleMania, and it was the first time since WrestleMania 1 the main event was a tag team match. So,
That's
but
crazy.
what match?
Right.
What match you think is going to kick off night 2? We know Roman and Cody's going to close out. What match you think will kick off night 2? I'll say Bianca Belair and Asuka could kick off night 2.
Okay.
I think Lesnar and Omos.
Okay.
I think Lesnar would just want to go in there, get it over with, and then get the hell out.
that wouldn't be the first time because he did that with the whole Seth Rollins thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see that coming off first. That was one that I thought, and just to be different, I think maybe the Hell in a Cell goes on first.
That'd be dope.
I think it's going to go like second to last because, it's got to be dark if you're going to have Finn come out as a demon character, or if Edge is supposed to do this hellacious, awesome Brood entrance with rumored Gangrel appearing in there. So it's got to be pitch. It's got to be dark in there. It can't be sunny daylight. Unless said on our kickoff show, I said, unless Finn Balor's like coming out of the sun or something, if he's going to come out in the daytime. Just like rise out of the sun.
True.
What match outshines you the most tonight?
Oh, that's tough, man. I gotta say the Rhea Ripley match. Well, you know what? Okay, I mean, we all knew that the Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair match was gonna be good, and the tag team match was gonna be good. But you know what? I was really enjoying Dom. Dom and Ray.
Yeah, Dom and Ray.
I was really enjoying that, and I know that most people know that, like, me and the crew, we ride for Dom. So, like, part of it is a joke, but part of it is not. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that like they actually delivered in this match, and everybody involved, Legado del Fantasma got involved, Judgment Day got involved a little bit. You know what I'm saying? LWO, Angie, Mama Mysterio got involved, and my ex-girlfriend Aaliyah got involved too. So I thought that was really good. So I shout out to her. It's been a while. So
as someone who finally hopped on the Dom bandwagon here, I fucking love that match.
Yeah,
that match was so fucking awesome, dude. I enjoyed the shit out of that.
Like it was it was better than I expected. You know.
They work together so well, and I don't think it's just because they're dad and son. Like, I think they just had like some crazy chemistry together, and
Yeah.
it was.
I mean,
I haven't.
you've guys seen a lot of wrestling, right? I mean, like, Ray was really throwing him around. You know.
Yeah, it was. I felt like I was watching it's a Triple Mania or something. A lot of
Yeah.
high flying and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I see. Are you going to get yourself an LWO shirt pretty soon yourself, or you already have one?
You know what? I'm gonna have to get a new one because the one I had is like it's faded. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get the new. You know those shirts from back in the day. Even though the actual shirt is like good quality, but like the that little like screen print that they had back in the day, it fades real quickly.
Yeah.
Oh man,
You know. So like the new ones I like the way they make t-shirts now, like they last longer.
I didn't watch the press conference, but I was laughing at people's comments. They were saying, "Oh, KO and Sammy need to do a Snickers commercial because KO was just like devouring Snickers during the press conference." And then he dedicated the match to the Briscoes. He said he also thanked
Nice.
Mark and
oh, that's
Jay.
awesome.
So
Nice.
that was fucked up. So Backlash, how do you feel about Backlash going to Puerto Rico and you being a Puerto Rican yourself? How you feel about Backlash going to San Juan?
Yeah, I mean, I'll shout out to my my Hispanic brothers, Puerto Rico, what's up, Boricuas? But yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be dope. It looks like it might be setting us something for Dom and Bad Bunny, which I think will also be good because we all know how good Bad Bunny is anyway. So like, who knows who else might get involved too? This might involve Judgment Day and Legato as well. So
See, I was thinking a 6-man tag. I was saying either
yeah.
Judgment Day versus Legado del Fantasma,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
or it's just his boys. Santos Escobar was Raw Mendoza and Joaquin Wild, and then
Right.
or it was going to be Judgment Day versus Ray, Bad Bunny, and Santos. Which again, Dylan thinks that would be a stupid idea, but
Hell no, give me that second option, please.
I don't think it'd be one-on-one with Dominic and Bad Bunny just yet. What else? What did you think about
Yeah.
KSI and the fucking Prime Energy mascot outfit?
That was great. It's funny because it's like I wasn't really hyped on the match, but then like seeing like, okay, this is definitely they're trying to get more than just like the clicks. They're trying to hit that influencer type market, you know what I'm saying? Like the Mr. Beasts of the world, you know what I'm saying?
God.
And so like they're trying to hit that market, which is a smart move, you know what I'm saying? Bringing KSI in there and everything, and so then everyone in social media gets all the highlights and the videos and everything like that. So I thought it was a pretty cool spot, you know what I'm saying?
All right, let's close out. I got a couple questions for y'all. We're gonna close out like this. I'll start with. I don't know who wants to go first. I think we kind of narrowed it down, but what was the best match so far tonight?
Go ahead, Joss. Go ahead, Joss.
Oh man,
It's
that's
tough.
really. It's a toss up between the main event and Rhea and Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I feel like I got to give it to Rhea and Charlotte. I really do. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I've been one of the biggest Charlotte detractors out there, and again, this I gotta say was probably one of Charlotte's best fucking matches I've ever seen.
Right.
Her and Rhea killed it, absolutely killed it. But again, I think it's so tough to decide to try to put that over the main event because the main event has been just this epic story
Mm-hmm.
to this moment here with Sammy and KO winning the tag titles. Like it's so tough. It's like you could put both of those in match of the night and you wouldn't be wrong.
Right. Right.
Okay.
It's so tough.
See, I'm in the same bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're tag team partners, you know. But you know what? When I do go back and watch the match, I mean, when I go back and watch night one of Mania 39, I will have to say that the one I probably go back to the most was probably going to be the Charlotte Rhea.
Mhm.
I just thought the way they paced the match was really well, and you know they went all out for a lot of their moves that could have really been botched, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes when they do, when two people who haven't really wrestled a lot try to do these big spots, like they usually fail. And I thought they hit on every move that they were trying to go for, and then
Yeah.
some. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta say the Rhea Ripley Charlotte match was really good.
I'll say that one too. Like,
Yeah.
no disrespect to the main event, but I'll give it to Charlotte and Rhea on that one. Who had the
Right,
best
right.
entrance? Who had the best
Oh
entrance?
man. Whew.
Man.
Whew. That's tough. But I might have to go with Ray.
Me too.
Yeah.
Ray. I mean, the fact that we got to listen to Eddie Guerrero's music, you know what I'm saying? That got a huge pop. You know, and then the fact that we got to listen to nothing but a G thing before
Yes.
the entrance.
Hey,
you know,
what
like
did it say on Snoop's trunk? I couldn't read that because
the
the
game
clipped
is
so
to be
fast.
told, not to be sold. The game is to be told, not to
Oh,
be sold.
nice.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like
Ray's.
we have to give it to Ray because Ray, just listening to Ray come out to nothing but a G thing is fucking awesome. And then
Uh-huh.
it switches to Eddie, and then it's just like, let me just punch you in the fucking gut quick.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
just like watching Ray come out with the Muda mask and everything. And it's just
Yeah.
like,
Okay. So that's what I was trying to think about too, because I kept on looking at his mask. I'm like, it looks like it's a mashup between his mask and Muda's mask.
I wanted to say
I-
it was a Muda mask at first, but I was just like, when I first seen it, and I was like, is it Muda or am I
Like
just
the
gonna say
shape
it's
of it, right? Like the shape of it was like
yeah,
a Muda
it's the
style, but it
shape.
had all the
I
Mysterio
thought
stuff
it-
on there.
I thought it was like a remake of the Flash or something because it was red and yellow. But when I saw the mask again, I was like, no, it's Muda. It's the great Muda.
Right.
So that-
right.
Hey, that the Japanese guy who designs all his masks has done a tremendous job. I love the one he did for the Hall of Fame with the fucking gold diamonds.
Yes.
And that
Yes,
was-
dude. That was nice. That was nice.
That was amazing. That man.
That's a future episode of Most Wanted Treasures right there. That mask
Dude, I just
will be.
want full gear of that. I want to see him have full gear of that. Like,
Yeah.
Speaking of gear, who had the best attire tonight?
Ooh,
Oh.
there's a lot. Because you could go with Dom paying homage to the Phantom, the Halloween Havoc outfit that Rey Mysterio had, or you could go with Seth Rollins, kind of doing the Chris Tucker Fifth Element.
I was gonna say Jeff Jarrett's. I was gonna say Trish.
Oh, well, yeah, paying homage to herself, yeah, for sure, yeah.
vamped version
No, I'll
of
give it.
21.
I even like Logan Paul's colors, like the blue and gold and everything. But
Okay, the X-Men First Class,
Uh-huh.
Okay,
I like how he went from just wearing yellow, and then he was like, you know what, I'm just gonna add blue to this, and now I got new gear.
Yeah. He went from black and yellow to made blue and yellow. Best moment.
Oh, that's
mine.
tough.
I'll say mine. KO and Sammy celebrating together as tag champs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you know what's funny? So like they had that moment where they can both have the tag team titles, right? And they could both hug, and they were paying it up like it was a moment, right? And it was a big moment because they're both friends that started off in the indies. They're real life friends. They both continued this journey, and now they're at the pinnacle of their wrestling career, main eventing WrestleMania. If you think about it, it sounds similar to another friendship that they used back in the day in WrestleMania, always around this time, where they try to pay homage to this moment, but they can't because one of them got crazy. You know what I'm saying? So like, right. So now they have this moment, which will replace that moment. So
Oh yeah, like if they ever show Hogan and Warrior hugging, or Shawn,
Rock
Kurt
and
Angle
Austin
Brock,
taking, yeah, right.
or
They're
yeah,
gonna show Sammy and Kevin Owens. Yeah.
yeah, Hogan and Warrior hugging, Kurt and Brock
Hands.
hugging. It'll be KO and Sammy hugging.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Or I'll say the
Moment
moment where
though.
they were.
Okay.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
No, I'll say KO and Sammy either winning the tag, celebrating with the tag titles, or at the beginning of the match where they were on the stage just sucking it all in while the crowd's
Yeah.
humming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we made
Yeah.
it. We fucking made it to the main event. Like that was another
Yeah.
touching moment. What about you
What
guys?
about you, Just?
Man, it's either gonna be that or having Ray come out in the lowrider. That was pretty fucking cool. Like to
Oh,
see him
yeah.
back in the lowrider
Yeah.
again.
I mean,
With
yeah,
Snoop.
I
With
put-
Snoop too.
Yeah,
I put that
that
as
was
my
dope.
entrance. That's why I put that
Okay.
as my best entrance. But,
Okay.
best performer.
Best
Hmm.
performer?
I was gonna say Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, Rhea.
You know what? I guess this might be a cop out, but John Cena.
Okay.
You know, for this is like what his only second match, right? Like, you know, he didn't seem like he had any ring rust when he came back. I mean, he's not really doing much, but like the fact that he was still working and it didn't look like he lost any stepping. I thought he did really well. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. I would say Rhea Ripley or probably Seth Rollins.
Oh,
Because fucking killed it in that
yeah.
match.
I don't even know if like he should be in this category because like that's like Seth Rollins, like that's automatic. You know, like
Yeah.
you know he's always gonna deliver. You know.
And finally, this last question before we close out. OMG moment of the night. I'm gonna say when Seth Rollins pulled fucking KSI and Logan Paul frog splashed him. And disappeared him out the fucking suit.
He evaporated, I'm telling you. He just got splashed and he was just like, I'm gone.
Dude, I'm telling you. And like I thought it was funny, like good selling by him, like how he just like lay there, you know.
The whole time.
He was
And
willing
they,
to take it to me. That's the best.
they put him in the stretcher with the fucking suit on.
Yeah.
Like how did you strap that in there?
I thought that was hilarious. You know what? OMG moment, dude. Chad Gable, man, dude, the suplex on Braun.
Oh, see, no. Can I take mine back? That cross spotting Ricochet did, or the fucking shooting star.
Oh, when they did
That's
that,
the OMG.
yeah, that pyramid thing, yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking that
Yeah.
back. Ricochet was the OMG moment of the night. Just Ricochet alone. But Gable, I will applaud him for that fucking German suplex.
Yes. And you know, and that showcase tag team match, I didn't care about it, but when it came on, I couldn't stop watching.
Oh, it was awesome.
It was awesome. I mean, dude, like I think Ricochet was really feeling himself because did you see when he got on the top rope like so easily and he just easily did a shooting star off of that thing? I'm like, oh man, this guy.
He went so high, he touched the Hell in a Cell that was like 200 feet above the ground. He's not human.
Yeah,
They had the 8-man tag on Raw before this.
Yes, yeah.
And I went, that right there has me hooked just to see this freaking showcase. I had more interest in the men's one than the women's one.
Uh-huh.
But because I knew this one, just seeing that 8-man tag match, I go, this is going to be freaking epic.
Right.
And it damn near freaking could have stole the show if you just gave it. You could have gave it more time, and it probably would have stole the show.
Probably would have. I mean, Montez's frog splash alone, like how he contorts in the air. Like I thought RVD used to do that really well, but man, Montez Ford is like he just gets higher, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say he gets way more height than RVD.
Yeah, for real. And I was like, yo, this guy, and I like that the Street Profits got the win too, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. And one more thing to close out, bringing back up KO and Sami Zayn of how far, and plus the Usos, how far they've come along. I'll start with KO and Sami. Remember their WrestleMania debut? They were going at it with each other in a ladder match with multiple other guys. They even teamed up together one time. I was there in attendance when they teamed up against Shane and Daniel Bryan. They had a one-on-one match with each other at WrestleMania 37, and now they just won the tag team titles together. Well, they went their separate ways last year. KO fought Stone Cold in the main event last year of night one. Sami Zayn fought Johnny Knoxville in one of the most entertaining matches of last year. And then for the Usos, of how many times they were competing on a pre-show and a kickoff show.
Yes.
And now all that paid off, and they were in the main event tonight. Like, they came a long way. The Usos came a long way of how many times they were in a pre-show as a tag team.
So many times. And they were like, and a lot of the times, because like, I literally am an Uso fan from day one. Like, even when they were doing the face paint and the Samoan dance in the beginning and all that. And even when they started off with Tamina as like their third like member thing, like they were overlooked so many times, and for them to make the main event in front of 80,000 plus. What other tag team is doing that? I'll wait. Nobody. So like
the growth of the Usos has been exponentially just amazing. Like it's unbelievable to see just how much they have evolved over the years. You go from these two like twins that show up with Tamina, and it's like, okay, cool, these guys should be interesting, and then they get to the whole like, let's do this intro, and it's fucking epic, and it's just like, finally turn them heel, epic, like still probably one of the best tag teams you'll ever see, and then it's just like, let's link them up with Roman, and now they're probably the greatest tag team ever.
Yeah. For sure, 1,000. I'll put them up there with like I would say them and FTR. You know what I'm saying?
Easily.
In terms of quality of work, overall promo skills, like in-ring ability.
Hell, even the Bristons were up in that category, in my honest opinion. Like, I'm still disappointed now that we'll never get that match. I'm sad that we'll never get an Uso Briscoe match.
Yeah, and it sucks that Jay's gone because I used to love Jay's promos. Like, he did all the talking while Mark was just in the background.
Yes,
Jay was great.
I loved him as ROH champion too.
Yeah.
God, it had to be some amazing times.
Yeah. Well, that will wrap up for tonight. We will be back tomorrow night to close out the fallout of night 2. And then yours truly, along with Dylan and Jordan, will get that long week break we need after getting everything hyped up and just hardworking to get to WrestleMania. It's kind of been a thing lately. Like, after WrestleMania, all that hard work, we just need a break to catch a breath. So
for sure.
After WrestleMania, remember, there will be no live stream on April 6th. Now, I might still hop on and talk Astros baseball if I get invited to come back on again. But other than that, no more wrestling shows until April 13th, but we'll still give you some more quality entertainment. We'll still have the weekly live streams on Thursdays. I'm going to have to talk with Dylan about the week of the NFL draft. We might have to move that live stream another day because when it's the NFL draft, we have to watch that shit. We're not going to miss that. We still got another nostalgia coming down the road with Backlash being in Puerto Rico. We're going to go back and review New Year's Revolution 2005. The last time they were in San Juan. We're talking about doing that one. And we're going to go back. Oh, and we're also going to start something new. I don't know when we're doing it, but we're going to do it on live streams. We're going to start doing watch-alongs on matches. Just matches, not a whole pay-per-view where you can actually watch it with us on the live stream. We're trying to figure out where we can have the match played while with the screen up, but on mute so we don't get copyrighted issue again when it comes to music. But be on the lookout. Dylan and I already picked our first 2 matches we want to do watch-alongs on for people to join. Dylan picked Kane versus The Undertaker from WrestleMania 20. And I picked...
That's a good one.
And I picked Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon street fight from King of the Ring 2001.
Also a good one. Also a good one.
Coming soon, probably in a week or two. When we figure that out, definitely have y'all come in and tune in and all that. But that will do it for tonight. You know where you can find me. You know where you can find Justin Santos. Where can we find you before we close out?
You can find me and Get Your Podcast on Twitter. Get Your Podcast on Instagram. Can't find me there. You can find me on Marks and Mikes. But yeah, thank you guys for having me. This was dope.
Thank you for coming on, even though we were just about done when you wrapped up, but we still kept it fun. But we will be back one more time tomorrow night, following night 2 of WrestleMania, and that will finally wrap up WrestleMania season until next year. But thank you guys for tuning in. See you again tomorrow night. Y'all have a good one. I'm going to bed. Peace.
Burn the page, burn the light.